Let's face it, life sucks. You're born, you work, you die. Somewhere in this mess of existence, you might find time to make friends, or go to a party or two. But in general, it's childhood, 40-hour work week, death. I've never been a big fan of this system. It lacks imagination and adventure. It leaves most people feeling hollow, striving for something more. The excitement and adventure often lacking in real life, however, can easily be found in role-playing games, or RPGs. These are the games where you take on the role of a mighty warrior or powerful hero, and go on an epic journey to save the world. From tabletop pen and paper games like Dungeons and Dragons, to old-school fantasy like Baldur's Gate, the sci-fi world of Fallout, time-travelling adventures of Chrono Trigger, the brutal world of The Witcher, or the multiplayer world of Warcraft. RPG games let you live the adventure you've always dreamed of. RPGs let you progress from humble beginnings to a global powerhouse and experience the trials and tribulations, the excitement of adventure, all from your own home. They are always fantastic tales of a life worth living. And when you finish the game and the journey is over, you're forced to sit back and compare where you've just been with where you are now. The dense, deadly jungle of Karamja, or dusty, barren land of Morrowind, may be a harsh and unforgiving place, but many people feel their real lives are something even worse than dangerous. They're boring. Is that it, then? Is it just the adventure that life lacks? Is adventure and a sense of journey all we need? Well, unfortunately, no. It's not just that. All RPGs, from pen and paper to video game, track your character's stats with numbers. Progress is shown through constantly increasing values. If you do something in-game, you'll get better at it, and the proof is shown with a number moving higher and higher. This constant progression is motivating. It's comforting. It's proof that you are improving. If you've ever sat playing a game just to make a digital number go a little higher, you'll know the immense feeling of reward it gives when it finally does. The recording and improvement of every part of your character, from the classic stats like strength, dexterity, and intelligence, to the specifics like first aid, herb lore, agility, your skill with a weapon, your knowledge of history, recognition for being the strongest, the fastest, the first. If only the dull mediocrity of real life had these two elements, the adventure of the journey and the ability to record and improve all of your aspects and skills. Well, that'd be great. It'd be more than great. It'd be perfect. Imagine waking up and having a quest list, a set of daily objectives laid out before you, so in your free time you're not just chilling, killing time binge-watching TV until work starts again. You're questing. The clothes you wear are your armour, each piece bringing different stats, and all of your life skills, from physical strength and intelligence to your crafting or painting, are all recorded and totalled, easy to see. If I had the ability to view my real life as an RPG, I would do. And then I realised I can. Here's the plan. I take my life and transcribe as much as I can into an RPG. I'll work out exactly what class I as a person am, and then figure out my current attributes, skills, and abilities. Everything I do in life will be training or raising something. Going for a run could be endurance training. Spending time painting raises my specific painting skill. All the hobbies and passions that make me, me, will be listed and viewable as simply as any RPG character stats would be. My daily quests aren't just work. They're self-imposed goals, like traveling somewhere I've never been, or achieving something I've never achieved, read every book I own, or learn to juggle. Putting a load of washing in isn't just a daily chore anymore. It's now a time-gated background quest. Before, I loathed doing daily chores because they're boring, but if I look at them as background quests, I can have them progressing while I do something else. That's not boring, that's just efficient gameplay. Food and drink all factors in too. Sugary drinks are bad for me, increasing my sugar stats and decreasing my teeth enamel stat. A salad might give more nutrition, but it won't apply the full passive buff, and without that buff, I'll constantly want more food. Everything I do or wear has some effect on my life, from a morning shower removing the smelly debuff to how wearing a matching outfit completes a set bonus. Makeup is a charisma boost. Smart shoes may increase the reputation gained in some environments, but climbing boots are needed in others for their increased toughness. It seems like a crazy idea, but think about it. I waste so much time in real life. I'll browse websites, binge watch TV, replay video games I've completed time and time again. And while I sometimes do enjoy doing this, I'm neglecting so much else. None of these activities are making me, as an RPG character, better. The hours sat at home are losing me muscle, and I'm forgetting important information I once knew. If I waste my free time doing nothing, I'm no better than the man I was yesterday. But in RPG games, I'm super focused on being better. Better items, better stats, a higher skill level. I'll sit in the warm, cozy comfort of my home and make my virtual avatar run up a snowy mountain or climb a deadly cliff because I want them to be better. In any RPG game, I would never let my character go anywhere or do anything without giving them the best advantage I could, the best armor and weapons, the best buffs, fully researched and fully prepared. I'd want to give myself the best chance at success in any game. So why can't I do that in my actual life? I put more effort into making my virtual avatar better than my actual physical body. Maybe this is because it's easy to do. Maybe it's because I can see the direct numbered stat increasing. Maybe I'm just lazy. Not anymore. The game is life. The map, Earth. The character, me. Let's go on this journey together. And like all of my favourite adventure stories, let's see if we can travel from humble beginnings into an unforgettable story. This is my IRL RPG. Let's begin this adventure, as all other RPGs begin, by creating the character. My name is Josh Hayes. I go by the online nickname Strife as I loved Final Fantasy VII as a kid. Currently I'm an actor, but through my life I've been a go-kart mechanic, a martial arts instructor, a paintball marshal, a warehouse worker, a shop supervisor, a retail manager, a drone flyer, a Segway salesman, and a teacher. Knowing this, it's time to figure out if life were an RPG, what class would I be? Classes have long been a staple of the RPG genre. The class of a character is most apparent during a combat situation. It's how they act or fight during a potentially dangerous encounter. The traditional warrior would charge in with sword and shield at the ready, while a mage would hang back and cast magical spells. Because real life is much more boring than fantasy, we aren't allowed to walk around with swords and shields anymore, and magic is less fireballs and more sleight of hand. But that doesn't mean classes can't exist. Let's take Dungeons and Dragons. Let's take World of Warcraft. Let's take Guild Wars 2. Let's take every RPG with a class system and narrow them down. Which of them most fits me? Not what do I want to be, but a genuine self-reflection of what am I? I looked at every class in the top 10 RPG games and narrowed them down to the most popular, archetypes that appeared time and time again. Warrior, Mage, Rogue, Druid, and Bard. With the 5 most common RPG classes found, time to begin the process of elimination. As much as I might want to be a warrior, given my martial arts and fitness background, the truth is, I'm just not. I'm not a fan of violence, and I don't hit the gym anywhere near enough to be effective on the battlefield anymore. While some people can pull off the plate armor and two-handed sword look, it's just not me. Mage is a closer fit. I'm not talking about throwing magic missiles around or turning my enemies into sheep. I'm talking about the general attitude of the class. Academic and study heavy, learning from books and refining very specific knowledge. That's something I've definitely done. I've got my A-levels, my university degree, all of my teaching and acting qualifications. If the mage class is about studying and academia, it's not a bad fit. The rogue definitely isn't me. As much as I like the leather armor and cool hoods, I don't know the first thing about picking a pocket or mixing a poison, and stealing in general goes against my moral compass. Plus, as a teacher, I have to strive to set a good example, and this is absolutely not what I'd aspire to be. Druids in most RPGs are connected with nature and the environment, and as much as I enjoy being out in nature, I couldn't tell you the first thing about it. I'm awful at geography, and I don't know what any tree is called. And for the common animal companion trope, dogs and cats are cool, but spiders and snakes make me run away crying. I am not a druid. Which brings me to the last and probably most obvious one. The bard. The performer, actor, singer, dancer, the entertainer, the teller of tales and the spreader of stories, the travelling adventurer most at home on a stage. A bard in any MMORPG is a jack of all trades, proficient enough in anything to be acceptable, but most experienced in the art of conversation, preferring to resolve a situation with a smile or a joke. Looking back now, it's always obvious. The bard is the class of the performer, and a performer I most definitely am. So with that knowledge, let's combine and multi-class. A bard/mage, a performer with an academic background, an entertainer, and a scholar. So here's our humble beginnings. My starting zone is the centre of England, a small island on the map of Earth. I'm a level 28 bard mage with an unknown adventure ahead of me. I'll be turning each aspect of my life into an RPG element, and then leveling, questing, and journeying toward whatever adventure may await. In the next video, we'll be looking at what stats, skills, and abilities I already have, and which of them might need a little work. Thanks very much for watching the first episode in the IRL RPG series. These videos take a lot longer to produce due to the huge amount of editing work that goes into each one. If you've got any comments or feedback, feel free to drop a comment down below. Likes and subscribes are always appreciated, and click the bell icon to be notified of any future videos. If you want to chat live, I'm usually streaming on Twitch over at twitch.tv/JoshStrifeHayes, or you can come and chat to us in Discord, link in the description below. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.